So, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Look, I wanted to talk about this Malcolm X situation, these new developments. Um, there's an individual named Ray Wood, and he just passed away, but he wrote a letter where he basically revealed that he was part of a New York City Police Department operation to aid in the plot to assassinate Malcolm X. He was a police officer in New York City around the time Malcolm was assassinated in 1965 at the Audubon Ballroom. And his role in it, according to his letter, was to lure two members of Malcolm's security team out of the way to commit some crimes that would end up getting them locked up during the time frame that they were supposed to be on detail securing Malcolm X. They got those guys out the way, which opened the door for it to be easier to get in and assassinate Malcolm on that day. Now, this is very important because his cousin, whose name is Reggie Wood, he's the one who called a press conference and basically revealed this information, which was requested by Ray Wood not to be revealed or released until after he passed away, which he passed away. So his cousin honored those wishes. Now, this is why this is important. It's important for a number of reasons, but um, one of the reasons I'm gonna touch on is that the lie has been pushed and perpetuated for decades, literally for decades, that the Nation of Islam was behind the assassination of Malcolm X, despite the fact that pounds and pounds and mounds of evidence to the contrary has been released over the years and revealed over the years. There's been so much evidence that proves that the nation had nothing to do with the assassination of Malcolm X. Since that time, everybody from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad all the way down to Minister Farrakhan to the present day has been accused with the assassination of Brother Malcolm. They've been accused by several mindsets. One mindset is just the ignorant who heard the lie and instantly believed the lie and never checked it out for themselves. The other mindset are just the enemies of the nation, the enemies, those who hate Minister Farrakhan, those who hate Elijah Muhammad and hate the nation, who are just going to push the lie because of that. Because there are some that just truly don't know and they speak out of ignorance, but there are others who absolutely know it's a lie and they still push that narrative. They still push it out there because they want to see the nation destroyed. And that plays into the hands of the very individuals who were at the root of the plot from the very beginning. The FBI, CIA, and members of the police department. Now, Ray Wood also said in the letter that he has had to live with that regret and that burden on him for all of his life. And the only reason that he did it, according to Ray Wood, is because he was threatened. He was threatened that if he did not do it, there would be consequences for him. So out of that fear that they imposed on him, he followed through. Because quite naturally, if they have no hesitation about killing Malcolm, they absolutely wouldn't have had a problem taking out Ray Wood, who's just a regular unknown police officer. So he knew that that threat was real. And he carried it out based on the fact that he knew that threat was real and that fear was hovering over his head. But the question I gotta ask to all those who have made those statements about the nation killing Malcolm and all this, as this new evidence starts to slowly pop out, it's always something every few years. And as this new evidence starts to come out, will there ever be a point where you humble yourself and say, oh, my bad, my fault, I was wrong about that, I made a mistake? Will you have the humility to do that, or will you continue to to tell that lie, or at least acknowledge that lie, or become silent like a lot of people do? You talk a whole lot when you spread the slander and the propaganda, but when it's debunked, then you get quiet. Get real. You don't say nothing then. And even when you was talking, you didn't have any concrete evidence to back up what your claim was. You were just saying it because it sounded good to you, or it fit into the pocket of your mind that had hate for the nation in the first place. Now, I don't expect the enemies to have humility and admit anything, because they knew from the beginning it was a lie. They knew from the jump it was a lie. So absolutely, that question is not to them. They are doing the job. This is what they are. This is what they were set up to do. J. Edgar Hoover, FBI, COINTELPRO, all of these factions. This is what they were out to do. And it wasn't just Malcolm. It was Martin Luther King. It was Kennedy. It was those that we know and those that we don't know. So at the end of the day, the goal was to create circumstances that would destroy both sides, both organizations. Malcolm's organization, by killing him and setting up the propaganda machine to point his death and the direction of the nation, and hopefully destroy the nation and make the people turn on the nation. But that didn't work. That part, they got half of it, but they didn't get the other half. And they really didn't get the first half because Malcolm has done more dead than he's done alive, because he's actually been dead longer than he lived. And the people who subscribe to Malcolm and know Malcolm and love Malcolm, most of those people never walked the earth when he did. So the enemy is never going to win the war. He'll win a battle or two. He'll win a battle or two. And there are other people who were accused of that murder and that assassination who were not even on the scene. Who were not even on the scene at the time of the murder. Members of the nation that got caught up in the mix because they had to have a scapegoat. And they served a lot of time behind that, time that they will never ever be able to get back. See, y'all don't understand how complex and how evil these cats are, man. Y'all don't see. And that's what makes a lot of you instantly gravitate towards the false narratives. Because as a surface dweller, see, if you're a surface dweller, you don't think on a level that makes you vet and investigate and research everything that's said, everything that's presented to you. You just take it on face value because they have the ability to make it sound like it's true. See? The one who controls media, the one who controls that machine, look, whoever paid the DJ gonna hear the song that they want to hear. So the people who control media, they have the ability to shape the narrative the way they want to shape it. And they can shape it in a way that it absolutely takes down their enemies in some cases. But you really can't take down something that God set up to not be destroyed. So the efforts will be made, but they won't be successful. So Malcolm's family has been made aware of the letter, and I don't know what the exact comments or feelings of it is, but there are just too many things coming out that debunk any connection to the Nation of Islam assassinating Malcolm. But how many of y'all that have rode with that will come out now and say, man, because you can't fathom the depths of Satan. You don't think a person's mind works like that. But it's funny how we don't think that their mind will work like that, but we believe our own minds will work. We don't think that J. Edgar Hoover's mind would work like that, but we'll believe that our own brothers or sisters' mind will work like that. See, we got to fix us. So, tell me what y'all think. I'm sure a few of y'all will still go, "Ooh, but they killed Malcolm." Which reminds me, there's a book by Demetri Muhammad called "But Didn't Y'all Kill Malcolm?" where more intricate detail and proof is given that the nation didn't do it. Order that book. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino, man. I'll catch y'all when I catch y'all. Peace.